Chelsea.
At it again.
Wow.
What's that, 3 in a row?
Three.
If you don't count the
Prem.
Lincoln one, then
yeah,
it's 3 in a row.
I mean,
Even that, they were poor.
They were.
Lucky to win that.
Enzo
straight through
Fernandez,
it.
halfway through the first half, gets the goal from maybe a yard out. Deflected cross from Reece James, lands up on his head, he taps it in. 1-0 to Chelsea, and you're thinking, right, build on that. The lineup, when I looked at it, Chelsea's today, it's obviously not the best one. There's a lot of new faces that need to gel. Hato playing inside at centre-back.
There's some positives, though. Like, I think actually playing Hato, I get what you mean, the experience there, but at least you're giving him a chance to start. And with Cucurella on the other side of him, you'd think he'd be all right to get through the game, but obviously the red card changes the game.
It does, and that happens on the 53rd minute with Chelsea 1-0 up. And when you look at the Andre Santoses, the Estevals, names that we've heard for a while now, but I think Andre Santos today, you won't want to watch back the replay for the first equalising goal, which comes from Danny Welbeck, 77 minutes in. And with 10 men, Christian, I mean, with 10 men, what is the mentality from 53 minutes onwards? What should they be doing? And it obviously didn't work because from 77 to 90 plus 10, they concede 3 goals and lose the game.
Look, Arsenal have been trolled before for being away at City 2-1 up and going defensive. Sometimes when you've got 10 men and you're winning, the best thing to do is just hold on to the lead. Chuck some defenders on, hold on to it, grind the game out. And we see what happens to Chelsea today, the complete opposite. They concede in, like you say, 77th minute Welbeck, and then they just crumble from there. Brighton are a really good team. I actually predicted a draw in this game already. They were 1-0 up Chelsea. They were playing quite well. And then, you get sent off, you go down to 10 men against a team like Brighton, and you're asking for it, man. They conceded 3 goals. Shout out Danny Welbeck with 2 nice goals as well. How he's still performing at his age in the league, how long he's been around is mad. But this is a bit of a free fall from Chelsea. I said on a show the other day, I think Chelsea fans, after that Conference League in the Club World Cup, they managed to convince themselves and convince other fans that they were so much better than they were. I bought into it. I started looking at them.
I never did.
Did you not?
Defensively, I thought even with those trophies.
But I thought, Cucurella on form is a top player. If Reece James can come back, centre-back partnership, Cole will toss in. Oh, you know what? It's looking strong. If even Sanchez in the Club World Cup looked good, I was like, you know what? Chelsea could be serious this season. And they've just proved time and time again at the start of the season that they are not serious. They are still way off competing for a title. They're going to be in a top 4 scrap, maybe a top 6 scrap. And if Cole Palmer's out now for 3-4 weeks, they're in trouble, man.
Yeah, I mean, even when he's been fit, he hasn't been all that good. I mean, I know he came back, scored against Brentford, scored against Bayern, but his 2025 in general hasn't looked good at all. With Chelsea, I just think, like I even said it on the first Saturday show when we were here, when people after, like you said, the Club World Cup happened and people were like, oh, Chelsea could be within the title race this year, and I was like, there's just no world where that happens. The thing is with Chelsea, they've got so many mistakes in their side, and with their whole transfer strategy of only signing players under 23 and all this and that, this is what you're going to get. Get used to it. You're going to have a while until those players that you've bought in under 23s prove themselves in the starting 11 and then grow with the team. You're going to have this for quite some time where even your better players are going to be prone to mistakes. I mean, that game, you're fine until Santos makes the mistake that he does, and then Chalobah makes the mistake that he does. I mean, Chalobah, I actually feel bad for him because I don't think it was entirely his fault. He's obviously the one that sees red. I think it was on Santos, but it's this is what I've come to expect of Chelsea. They're gonna make mistakes. It was Robert Sanchez last week against United, and it's Santos this week. So we're gonna see more of it.
Chelsea, for me, have 3 players, in my opinion, that I think are good enough to be in a team that can win the league, which is Reece James, Caicedo, and Cole Palmer. No one else, in my opinion, until they prove me wrong, is quite good enough. And the money they've spent to end up with this squad, I don't know how it's happened. It's absolutely criminal, man. And they just get let off. Maybe you kind of forget how much money they've spent and how long this process has been going on. I know they've chopped and changed the manager, but still, man, they've been pumping money and investing money into this squad and these players for so long.
Thing is, I said this on the last week on the Monday show with the whole transfer, like how much money they've spent, etc. The one thing is with Chelsea, though, like, a lot of their money spent is sat on the bench. Anyway, like, a lot of their money spent doesn't even make it into the team. Like, Garnacho, again, doesn't get on. Gittins, again, doesn't get on. Lavia comes on late, but like a lot of their players are just coming here. Be here for 2 years,
George,
just so they can sell them on for a
But
profit.
it comes from
in
the
2
top,
years'
Nick,
time.
right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of those players you mentioned didn't come on maybe because of the red card and they've got to change the play. But what is their direction? What is their ambition? What do they want, Chelsea? Is it to buy and sell and flip and create money that way? Or is it to go and win a title? And if you're telling me that if that's what they are choosing to do, go and win a title with Robert Sanchez in goal, and a kind of mishmash of all these different defenders that haven't really connected or had any chemistry with each other, that doesn't win you a title. And I agree with you. I'm looking at the team now. You know, Reece James on his day can be world class. Again, there's still a big question mark over his fitness and his availability. But yeah, he on his day he can be world class. On Caicedo's day he can be world class. And Cole Palmer's day he can show world class attributes. But again, like you said, Nick, 2025 we haven't seen that. So how can the team that is so on and off, hot and cold, in and out, how can that team do better than fourth?
I think they need more experience. I look at that team, I don't see any real experience. I see like 5 or 6 players that they've signed from Brighton that aren't necessarily winners, that haven't necessarily been, playing at the top level, playing in the Champions League. They need a few experienced players that have been there and done it. All right, Enzo Fernandez won a World Cup. But the rest of the squad, I'm just like, where is that going to come from? Where are the leaders? I don't think João Pedro's a leader. And neither is Neto. Esteval's
Certainly
proper
not,
young. Andre Santos is young. Even Hato. I think João Hato is a good player. He's not a centre-back.
Yeah.
He's a left-back that they're shoehorning into centre-back now. Cool, because Colwell's out and Cucurella's at left-back. There's just a lot of holes in that team, man. There's a lot to fix.
Mate, the fact that Reece James is your captain and Enzo Fernandez is your vice captains, that tells you everything you need to know about like you said, the experience of this team. It's just not enough there. And with the manager, actually. Like I think he got it wrong against United with the substitutions that he made. I think he got it wrong and he kind of panicked, if I'm being honest. That's what I felt like in that moment. So he's also inexperienced. And I actually made the argument that I think Enzo Maresca is somewhat so far over exceeded expectations with this squad. I think he's done all right. Like I think I finished 4th, won 2 trophies. Fair enough with this squad. I actually think he's done all right. But you see the moments of inexperience with his decision making as well.
Yeah, and the fans, according to Matt Law here today, they turned on him today. They imploded obviously today against Brighton. 3 really late goals that have killed them off with 10 men. But Matt Law says, as Chelsea prepare to roll out the red carpet for Jose Mourinho, who comes back to Stamford Bridge with Benfica on Tuesday, Enzo Maresca is in danger of pulling the rug from his own feet. Yes, he's won 2 trophies at Chelsea. We can't forget he's got them into the Champions League. But there's almost an expectation among Chelsea fans to almost revert back to some of the Jose Mourinho teams, so the Ancelotti teams. Chelsea have now not won the league. What is it? 9? We're in the 9th season where they haven't won the league now.
Yeah.
That quickly turns into 10. That quickly turns into 20, as you guys know. Quickly turns into 30, mate, as I know. Well, mine's even worse. So listen, Chelsea fans, if you were at the game today, did it feel like there was a bit of a turning of the screw in terms of the pressure on Maresca? And was there a sense of, the fans voicing their opinions? They're obviously not happy. That's a few losses now this season. And again, do Chelsea know their best 11? What is their strategy? What is their MO here for the season? Do let us know if you are a Chelsea fan in the chat.